there, everybody, and welcome back to episode 29 of Firemind. Well, today there is going to be a trap for a forgotten beast. So, I have drawn some weird, wicked lines all over the board, as you see here, and I promise they do make sense. So, this is going to be pretty much the containment unit for two forgotten beasts. I'm not quite sure how the details will work. We'll have to figure that out. Basically, I have the foundation, and we're going to tinker around and hone it to perfection. That's pretty much it. The Duchess by now, am I right about that? The Duchess has declared that we want a fine trap for forgotten beasts, and so it shall be. Now, this thing is going to work as follows. We have a entry point one day exactly here. The monster will be allowed to go here in, and that's containment chamber 1. Then it will try to go this way into the fortress. We will, of course, have mechanisms to shut this entrance down, but the possibility to get into the fortress is something that no forgotten beast can resist. So this is going to be the lure. We will also work with chained animals down here that will also work as a lure, because if you don't open up the entrance to the fortress, you can also use a live bait to get the monsters in. Then we got here several chambers that we can use for transfer purposes, so we can lock and unlock these chambers separately. I do plan to have a maintenance system up above here, so our dwarfs can get inside there. Toon Road Wade Cudgels, you are not healthy. Pale. Boy. Oh, dude. You were not well. I'm pretty sure that this is the one who was fighting the Cyclops. I'm pretty sure about that. I don't want to look it up now on the records, but this bad boy is still doing the heavy-duty work, man. It's pretty amazing. So the rest of this crater here is not going to be that interesting. On the other side, we got an entrance point for the next beastie somewhere around here, I suppose, or there. I haven't made up my mind yet. Here we have, again, a containment chamber 2, and there will be a bus between these two. Alright, there, where we can connect the two kaiju pits with each other, and hopefully I can convince them to fight each other. We'll see about that. This path here is the lure. It's again the same logic. This path, it winds up all the way up here into the first part of the trap system. So basically there will be one bridge or something like that that I can crank open, and once that's open, the monster in this box will be, oh boy, there's something to smash out there, and it'll go up there. And if everything works as I intend to, I will just force the thing to path into the other beast, and then it's going to be a nice brawl that we can watch. And eventually, when everything works out as I want it to, we can make some clear glass flooring above it, and people can take their bets up above and stuff like that. Anyways, now you have the idea of mine. Let's get back to business. So I forgot last time to paint this as a dormitory, so let's change that. A dormitory down here has the advantage that people that need a sleep don't need to go 40 elevation levels up back to their bedroom. This is sometimes a really, really nifty thing, as, well, people get tired while they're working. And that's also one of the reasons why we're trying to get ourselves that comfort down there. A tavern, dining hall, and all those things that are just very, very good to have when somebody happens to be thirsty. Now, some lining on the ground, and then gotta ogle that tree graveyard one more time. Let's check back with my competitors. Well, Let's say our treasuries are well filled with tree corpses. The elves would hate that. So, next step. I want to have proper furniture in the barracks as well. So that's 5 of them, 6 of them, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Because the copper squad needs proper stashes too. And a proper living area too. They'll be living down here, so we're going to give them all the comfort they require. A couple of weapon racks here. Let's make that 2. I imagine that you don't need that many of them. A couple of armor stands. Probably a few more of these. Because I cannot imagine that you can only put down one weapon on these weapon racks, but with the armor stands, I think it's a little bit different. Anyway, so these guys are horribly geared. I really hate what I did there. But the good news is, since I put a legendary smith on this task, pretty much all of the gear that these guys are wearing is legendary quality. Like, check this out. It's all masterworks. So it's literally as good as copper can be, you know? We can't do more for our friends than that. Okay, so the maimed dwarf is still skulking around. Let's fetch in some doors. Alright. Now, let's see. So that part is already all built. Jeez, 265 people get stuff done so fast. I love it. All right, so I'm not agreeing with this part here. I feel like this should be just like that, and probably like that. But we're going to pipe the beast around another last time, all the way around in circles. I like that. And then we're going to seal off this section here too. All right. So traps like these are actually not that hard to construct. It's just a pain to get the stuff done in a way that it's not gonna explode in your face at some point because you forgot some safety mechanism and such. Alright, so we're going to seal this thing with bridges, first and foremostly, as these are currently the most indestructible thing in the game. Yes. It's a little bit cheesy, but it's still as it is. And in my fantasy, I feel like a drawbridge in front of you that just slams shut in front of you and acts like a wall. I don't think that is so immersion breaking at all. It's just like I disagree with the fact that they are so indestructible as they are right now. That's just a tad bit too much. Alright, so we bring up a lot of these mechanisms in between, and I want some doors as well. So that's, for example, why I didn't bring any bridge in here. There's gonna be a door here too. So, and a door here too. Doors have the advantage that you can't just lock and unlock them from afar. Just like that. You can just click them. It's pretty OP, and, well, think about it what you like. I won't be putting down any further comments. The thing is, you could make them connected with, what's it called again? With levers, but then you have the doors either permanently open or permanently closed, just like the bridges. Then you can just use the bridge as well. So I think the dude just died from his injuries. Aw, poor guy. So Must be that his injuries were more than my doctors could tackle. That's a pity. But, well, we're just gonna put his casket right next to the other Cyclops guy. Vukar takes his heroes back home. So I don't want an automatic placement because this is for that sarcophagi. So let's see, is there something off with my medical supply? So we have a chief medical dwarf, alright. So we have everybody down here as well. I will bring up another diagnostician, as diagnosticians are the typical bottleneck of these things, as without a diagnosis, there will be no further doctoring applied, and it might have been that this has been exactly the issue, because if I check back with the resources of this place, they got everything they need. They don't have powder for casts. They could use a couple of splints and crutches more. They would like some more soap, but apart from that, it's all there. So, no. It's been either a lack of skill or a lack of diagnosticians, so... Let's see. Poor guy. I mean, it's been like... The Cyclops has sniffed out our people. When we are just building that bridge, that thing came on down on us and just started killing everybody. At any other time, this Cyclops attack would have been no problem at all. None at all. Because we wouldn't have had so many civilians out there. Not at all. It would have been mostly my military crashing into that beast, and they would have had no problem putting that thing down. It's a pity. It's a real pity. But, well, such is life. Alright, so these bracelets have not been made. Alright. Bracelets and earrings it is. This place is so weird when it comes down to the priorities of some things. It's always accessories. So, bracelets and what was it? Earring or ring? Earring. I wasn't sure anymore. So, let's make sure that these are made with material that we have guaranteed. There we go. I don't want any crimes being done accidentally because we are not manufacturing what Duchess Zor wants. She must be quite happy these days. We might be far away from taking revenge on those who did us wrong, but I must say, I think she might be these days also, well, distracted by the burden of authority, as there are so many things that you need to do when you want to be the mountain home. So I guess that keeps her busy for now, but it won't keep her busy forever. That monster trap here is looking already pretty good. I mean, these things aren't that terribly complicated. You just need to be very careful that you don't accidentally leave open any spots that you might regret later. So we're going to place down ropes strategically in the entire complex. I love to have options. That's something I just want to say. And without a rope, we cannot bind down any animals into the trap. Okay, there we go. That's looking good. So, let's see. I am just very, very intrigued this very moment to use this little corridor here as an entry point into the caverns. That might be really something. Yeah, masterpiece llama brain roast. Ugh, jeez. Guys, yuck. We're that freaking rich, you know? They pull off stuff like that. Ugh. Anyways, so we will also need a machinery room down here. That is a thing that I just realized. So I could, of course, put down the machinery room somewhere logistically completely dislocated. But I always enjoy having machineries, like, for example, this Forgotten Beast trap here, connected somewhere in the vicinity, because that's just way cooler in terms of storytelling and logic. All those little things. So, it's finally time for a dining hall that's not gonna be totally crammed. Just a little bit crammed. So, let's make it like that. Alright. I'm gonna space this thing out a little bit. Make it less efficient in the course of that, but little do I care. We don't need that insane amount of capacity down here. I'll leave up some space for proper decoration, stockpiles, such things do matter. Alright. I like to imagine that these places at the back of the hall are the good places where you can look down the entire hall and enjoy the scenery. Something like that. And over there, the Kea and the X-Lord are bound in their dance of death. I should probably really do something in the future about chaos. Oh yeah, I wanted to do something. I have prepared something a while ago. So let's see here. I'm pretty sure this guy died because of Cyclops. I really hope I'm not wrong about that. Either way, it is no shame to be buried here in any of these spots. Okay. Let's put down the new statues that I got here. Yeah, there it goes. So, rock salt statue of a giant raven, and a limestone statue of a giant raven. Yeah, whatever. They don't need to be fully decorated there. So, giant raven victims go there. I love this. It's making these things look way more organic. Speaking about making things look more organic, we're going to put down a high quality flooring here, as this is machinery. We're going to put down lead bars. I got so much lead in this place. It is just everywhere. It doesn't matter if I use a couple of lead bars. I can smack up galena all over here. There's just so much galena. By now I could also consider using copper bars, as malachite becomes more and more available to us, but one thing at a time. I really do like the idea now. Let's do this. So, the big advantage of having the passage into the actual fortress through the barracks is that it will be not possible that anything will come in here that not needs to meet the copper squad first. And these guys, they are former retired ones. They all had different jobs before, but they are all Grandmaster Observers, Legendary Observers. So here, they didn't fight since years, but I bet that they are all pretty happy to get back in action. So they just need to hone their skills a little bit, but in all honesty, I assume that Caverns 1 dwellers are just a little bit more of a training for them. So we're gonna plaster this place with mechanisms now. Alright. So the only thing that bothers me a little bit here is that I haven't had the patience to design a web farm. But well, we might be, if necessary, using that or rebuild a web farm somewhere else. I mean, there's room down there, you know. There's plenty of room for a web farm. So, now, off to the maintenance tunnels. Okay, so I want to keep the maintenance system to a bare minimum. Alright, so that's these rooms. Yeah, well, we cannot put up more maintenance here. The trickiest part is going to be the tube. Definitely. So we got how many bridges? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we need at least 10 levers up here. We got so far 6. Probably I would be okay with linking up a couple of these guys just together. You know, a couple of bridges just together. But I made the experience that it's most of the time just wiser to have the bridges all linked individually. It makes you slower, though. That's the downside. That's the legit downside of these things. Alright, so we're now constructing stairwells into the maintenance tunnel. So here we go. This is sort of an emergency access that we have still access into these areas, even if we have monsters in there. Virtually, we can seal off any unit of these. So we can basically have a safe access there without any problems. The only thing I see as a problem here is that we need to have the ability to seal off these segments. Otherwise, it will be not possible to navigate through this freely. And we will need access from several sides. So this all will be much more problematic the day that monsters can destroy doors again, but currently Forgotten Beasts get stopped by a dwarven door. End of the story. I mean, it's just what it is currently. I'm just playing by the rules that are currently working for the game. You don't see me particularly excited about those rules either, though. Not gonna lie. I would love some extra pressure from the monsters, but, well, maybe I will use a set of self-imposed rules for a future series, but I'm not prepared for this series to get to that point yet. I will have a good thinker about that, but I do like the idea of it. Tell me what you guys think about it. I'm sure you're gonna like it. Alright, so now every one of these segments is accessible for us. You know, we just need to lock and unlock the doors accordingly. There we go. Easy. Currently it is that easy. I am afraid it will not stay that easy. Practically, we could also put hatches on top of these stairwells. That would also work. But I do like the practicality of doors. Alright. So, what's left now is the most tedious, nasty thing ever. But, well, link it real good. So, yeah, we just need to go now through all these bridges and suffer. And the worst part about it is you really need to work carefully as security of the entire system will be depending on that. And we're now out of mechanisms. Wonderful. Yeah, well, I'll be waiting until the system is refilled. We got the first 3 here. Or that one? Now we'll see. As long as it's only 3, it's not going to be that terribly much work to look up which ones are already done. Alright. Perfect. I like this. This is already pretty amazing. So, for safety issues, these are all now impassable. Right now it doesn't matter, because people can still just use the entry points there. But once this point is sealed shut, and this point is sealed shut, there will be no more access via these stairwells into the rest of the fortress. And that's exactly what we want. Alright, so there's one very, very unhappy dwarf. Ushat Fluke worked. I think this is still the same person that, yeah, uneasy dwelling upon being attacked. There it goes. This guy, though, came away with just a scare. Or Axelord is in bad mood. Well, he wants to pray to Vukar again. So, well, we can do something there. We can set them off duty for a moment. Gotta be careful though. They'll be dropping everything they're wearing, just in without a moment's, just without flinching for a moment, and then they're off for a drink, naked, of course, as it is typical for. I don't know. The Woodworker Guild has been established. Hooray, I guess. Ah, well. Those who slaughter tree corpses should find some comfort as well. Alright, so wait a sec. So, Bambool, you are not fit for this task. I do replace every single dwarf mum that I can catch, because it's just bad for the moral of the kids if they see all that violence, death, and bloodshed. So, oh, we have a new assignment. It's leather armor again. So, well, still no bone industry today, I'm very sorry. I always have so many things on my mind. But I'll be getting there, promise. That's only delayed, not off the table. As I really felt like a proper bone industry would be just so effing dope for this fortress. Anyways, let's look back here. I think we have mechanisms available again. So, these guys are all linked. Things are getting done so fast. I love it. Alright, let's use the bottom 3 ones. 1. Alright. Never mind. I really have to wait now until these guys have a little bit more prepared. As it is right now, we don't have the mechanisms for that task. But we do have a fancy dining hall, don't we? So, let's set up some food stockpile. I mean, you know, I should be stopping doing things that I cannot do and start doing things that I can do. There we go. And pick up from that food stockpile, and this place up here is almost finished as well. Hell yeah. Love to see that the marble blocks come in that quickly, and love to see that they look that gorgeous. Like, seriously. I leave the natural malachite here on the wall. For once, that is. And we're going to set up a door. And cleave that. Bam. I love it. So the standards of persuasion will get back into duty at the beginning of the next spring. They can take their time off. Until then, it's okay for me. Obviously, this place doesn't see any goblin invasions whatsoever. We are not in war with anybody. It's just the occasional roaming forgotten beast or something like that. But not even these did bother the fort so far. It's quite amazing how peaceful this place is. Like, I'm just realizing at this very moment that we are sitting here almost since 7 years now, or 6 years, we're going into year 7, and there hasn't been a single forgotten beast attack. We just had these semi-beasts like the Cyclops, which are, in all honesty, a nuisance, but it was a tragic accident that somebody died. It was not as if this was typical for these events. It was just like wrong time, wrong spot. End of the story. Anyways, my good friends of Dwarven Fun, we have to end today's episode here. I'm quite happy with where we got. I'm a little bit sad that I wasn't capable of finishing the entire trap here, mostly because of the lack of mechanisms, obviously, but it is really cool to see that we are there, my friends. We got this. We are now open for business. It's open. Monsters can now run into my dudes and get slaughtered there. And of course, the woodworkers want Guildhall now. I knew that this would happen the moment that I saw the announcement. That's next episode's business. My good friends, thanks for watching. Leave me your comments down below. I really enjoy this whole underground realm that we're now building. I mean, the surface part of the castle is still very underwhelming, as we still haven't built any bigger walls. We're mostly like a street enterprise. Whatever, it's gonna be fun once it's done. Leave a thumbs up, consider subscribing, check out the description box. If you are new to the series, there's tons of links down there to Discord, to the rest of the series. Like right now, while I'm recording this, more than 170 episodes over 5 seasons, so there's a lot of history in this world. Thanks for watching yet again. Check also Patreon, PayPal, and Buy Me a Coffee. I'd be super delighted if you'd give them a look, and a big thanks to all the supporters, and a big thanks to you watching this video until the very end. I deeply appreciate. See you guys all next time. Bye-bye.